So I'll just read for us so that you just know a little bit about it while it comes up and you. So Mr. Daniel there is CEO of Eggling with multi-sector experience around project management, business development, corporate strategy, sales and marketing. Mr. Dami is an alumnus of Lagos State University. He also holds an executive MBA from Quantic School of Business and Technology. He's a strong believer in transformational leadership. He motivates those that are so far exceeding expectations and thus brings about a sweeping change. So he will be introducing Eggling to us, opening our eyes to see what Eggling is all about, what we do, and let us know more about the partner. So online, if you're online, kindly show some excitement with emojis while you know, and a round of applause while our CEO.
Yeah, thank you for that intro. So quick and straight with the business of the day. Very big thank you for everyone online. I see that we are 74 online approximately, and then those of us in Abuja and those of us in Lagos, thank you for showing up. We are very, very appreciative of your response to our call and our reaching out to you. Eggling in the last 4 years has been positioned to solve challenges around employability and then job creation in Nigeria. That's really the focal point. Everything that we do points around that. We run a physical hub out of Magodo, Lagos. We have a partnership with the Federal University of Technology, Akure, where we could together operate the Technology and Incubation Center for the campus in Futa, Akure. We run different employability programs, and then we have startups that we also grow ourselves. And some of these startups, one of the popular amongst young people is Innkeeper Talent Accelerator that does training for young people. But the whole essence of today really points to the initiative which we have tagged the Eggling community. And the whole idea is to be able to provide that bridge between entry-level training. If you've done any training in any school, online, YouTube, anywhere, pending to where you bridge the gap to your dream job, it's what the Eggling initiative is all about. Eggling is proud to have been the midwife for this initiative, just as we've been the midwife for several startups and businesses that are doing well today. So in the next couple of minutes, this event is going to be a super brief one. It's ceremonial for us because we are very intentional about ensuring that everybody has an idea of what it is we're doing. It's private first and foremost. So just to let you know, it's not a public event. We didn't throw it open to the entire public. We've selected the interns and we've selected some of our friends who are online and listening to us right now, even though I can't identify a number of them. But one of them is our keynote speaker of today, and is going to be speaking to a very critical issue. Now, it's also interesting to note that one of our initiatives is also what we've tagged the Digi Plus. And what we're doing with that is to ensure that we support the digital transformation of MSMEs, meaning that there are businesses in Nigeria today that are what we call traditional businesses. And these traditional businesses do not necessarily leverage technology. And for all we care, most of these businesses are relatively doing fine, turning in a profit. But can we infuse technology into what it is that they do to ensure that they do better? Are there young people, like the hundreds of young people that Eggling is interfacing with? Are there young people that can help drive the digital transformation of these businesses, that can help infuse technology into these businesses? The interesting thing is that as at 2 years ago, when COVID hit, we know that a number of businesses were forced to think about technology, to think about how they could use technology to operate, given the handicap that COVID, brought on the world. And then some businesses have not recovered from that. They've embraced it and they've moved forward. But others are yet to. And then with the statistics that we have is that 46% of businesses today, of traditional businesses today, still need help in getting their businesses online, be it social media, be it through web applications, be it through just websites, landing pages, be it through solutions, enterprise solutions that help them, community to work in between, each other and to also relate with clients, CRMs, ERPs. So there's a whole lot of problem around digitizing MSMEs. There are a whole lot of issues and hurdles to be jumped over to get us to this destination. And because there are a whole lot of hurdles, it means that there is a whole lot of opportunity for young people. There's a lot of problems for young people to solve. And then once we're able to solve it and add value, young people are going to be rich. Let me put it that way. All right. So what we're trying to do with Eggling and at 8Gear is actually to fix these problems in between the talents, in between the MSMEs, in between tech startups themselves that are creating solutions, in between, government and development agencies to find a way to help everybody work together to achieving this purpose. That is why we refer to ourselves as a hub, meaning it is that joint where everything comes together. And we believe that as some of us on this call today will be joining us in the virtual internship program, we hope that you will be very, very focused on the impact, the potential impact that your efforts, that you're learning, that you're growing, that you're seeking and reaching out for your dreams will give to Nigeria and Africa as a whole. It's also interesting to state, because I see some of us here who are not necessarily from Nigeria, and we acknowledge you, and we believe that we will bring the richness of the different cultures, the different places that we are from, the different type of entry-level, talent training that we have done everywhere. There's strengths that you have based on your training, there are strengths that other people have based on your training, and we hope that everybody will together find a way to work together so that we can all have this shared prosperity that we seek. Thank you for the opportunity to address you, and I yield the floor to the Lagos back again. Thank you. Lagos is muted.
Okay, so I was saying that if you drop your appreciation in the comment section, you could hear everything that he said, and he's so excited that you're a young person and you're on this platform, because you get to hear all of the opportunities that you get to bring into the sector and how much you yourself will develop. So now we'll be moving straight to the keynote address by Eggling. So shortly, like I read earlier, I would also like to read is a profile so that we also have a background of who is.
Only 50 years. How many I want to work?
Please, if you can hear me, kindly mute your speaker, please. So Olusegun is a highly skilled, motivated, and innovative team leader with over 12 years of broad involvement in stakeholder management and partnership management consulting, risk management, strategy, project management, and sustainable development in exceedingly dynamic corporate and development world. Olusegun is an alumnus of Covenant University. He's also a graduate of Harvard Graduate School of Education. He holds a degree in Management and Information Technology from the University of North Carolina. He is a communicator and is constantly centered on building strategic connection and advancing collaboration across wide over business lines to drive positive and cohesive growth. I believe from this short profile, we should be expecting we should be expecting, I mean, with your notes, with your pen, with your notepad, with anything that you know that you can use to take out word of wisdom, word of knowledge, and everything wise about how you can leverage, as a local talent to drive digital transformation. So let's make welcome Mr. Shegun Alele. A round of applause. Mr. Shegun, you have the floor.
All right, thank you so much. Good morning and greetings, everyone. I'm very excited to be here. See how I'm smiling from the, before let me just introduce myself. My name is Olusegun Alimi. I'm the Lagos State Lead on the Skills for Prosperity Nigeria program. It's an FCDO funded program, which is working to institutionalize a national apprenticeship and traineeship system that is linked to mainstream education, which is industry-led in Nigeria. And we're very fortunate to have 8Care Hub Innkeeper as one of our very, very good partners that we have been on this journey with. Before I start, I would like to thank the 8Care team for this opportunity. It's one I do not take for granted, one I'm very excited about. I'm very excited to be here and really excited to meet everybody. First of all, I'll say, they say nothing can stop an idea whose time has come. But I would add that nothing can stop an idea that is backed with action whose time has come. And which is why I'm very, very excited about the Eggling community and all the work that 8Care Hub has done in this regard. If we've been listening, we are hearing that 8Care is working to solve a problem. And we all understand different challenges, but the decision to go ahead and solve it, would we make it? That's one thing. When we now decide to make it, because solving problems, especially in our peculiar climate, is very challenging. And it's one where people, when you see the work and the rigor that is involved, you'd say, you know what, I'm not going to do this. But 8Care has decided, like the founder said, this is a closed event, a private event that is ceremonial to flag off this amazing initiative. And I really want us to give 8Care Hub a round of applause for bringing about this initiative. Can we give 8Care Hub a round of applause, please? And I'll start by, telling us something. When we think about collaboration, see, we are doing this event now. Here in Lagos, some people are in the Magodo office, some people are in Abuja, some people are come across different parts of the world. In the past, what collaboration looked like was that we all had to come together to be somewhere to do some form of work together. But now, you can be in Lagos and you would have gone across the world. You can be in Lagos and be making impact all over the world. That is the power of technology. So today, I've been charged with speaking on leveraging local tech talents to drive digital transformation for MSMEs. Interesting. This already has set the tone for what the power of technology and what it can do for us as businesses. I will just start by setting the tone, giving some data, because data is very important to listen to data, and it's data that 8Care Hub has listened to that has birthed this initiative called Eggling, this community that is being formed. In Nigeria, recent ILO survey and studies have shown that MSMEs make up for 96% of businesses. A PwC study in 2020 said 99.8%. Of that, MSMEs contribute 46% to the gross domestic product of Nigeria. That is huge and makes up employment statistics for more than 50% of the workforce, over 80% of the workforce, right? On the internet, we have over 84 million internet users. So what is that telling us? I heard someone say, where I see a lot of people, I see money. And when I think of Nigeria, I think of Africa, I think of a lot of resources. I think of a lot of money. I think of a lot of value. A couple of things I would unpack are, so a couple of words that come out: leverage, local tech talent, digital transformation, MSMEs. So when we think of the word leverage, leverage means take advantage, harness, make good use of, expedite. So that is the word leverage. That's what leverage means. Local tech talent. Local tech talent does not just mean local within the context of local. Local can be wherever your locale is, wherever you're resided. That is where you're a tech talent. That's where you're creating your value. That's where you're harnessing your value, right? That's very important. And it's important to note that while we have a surplus of labor in Nigeria and in Africa and the world by extension, we have a shortage of talent. So that's the paradox. We have a surplus of labor, but a shortage of talent. So let's pay attention to that. Then, digital transformation. What is technology? When we begin to think of technology, we begin to say that technology, beyond a disruptor, technology is an enabler. And technology, we should never see technology as a replacement, because technology is operated by us. And what does human-centered design begin to mean? So let's begin to think of those nuances across digital transformation. Then digital transformation means incorporating technology to manual work. For instance, now we don't have to be in the same place to have this productive launch, this exciting engagement. You can see me, I can see you, I can sense your energy, you can sense my energy. So that is what digital transformation can and will do for businesses. So we'll start with the talent. What is very, very powerful for what is being birthed today is building a community. I will use an analogy. The iPhone is manufactured in China with parts from Japan and research and development from the United States of America. That is collaboration. That is a community of value. So when we look at what we are engaging in this journey, let's begin to think of ourselves as beneficial value creators. Because if one person was going to create the iPhone or develop it, they would have to do everything. It would take a longer period. There we can begin to see that digital transformation increases efficiency and productivity, which is very, very important. We are talking of jackpot. There's somewhere that a lot of people have jackpot to that we are not paying attention. A lot of people have migrated somewhere called online. Very interesting, right? A lot of people have migrated online. Businesses, customers, consumers, service providers, product designers. Excuse me. And what has that done? That migration has created what they call a captive audience. So you're coming to this community as talent to serve diverse sectors. What does value look like? First of all, as a business person, when you think of businesses, MSMEs, if you are making something easier for somebody or you're taking away pain from people, you are creating value for them. When we look at it, what does internet do for you? What does paracetamol do for you? Take away headache. What does water do for you? Quench your thirst. What does a means of transportation do for you? Take you from point A to point B. So let's begin to think of that. And when we think of digital transformation is not limited to tech. As we continue to say, tech is an enabler that can be mainstreamed across different sectors. Let's pay attention to that. Healthcare, manufacturing, fashion design, retail, e-commerce. These days, we just want to sit down at the comfort of our homes and you can order a book, you can order food, you can communicate with people, you can create value, you can collaborate. So what the Eggling community would be doing is having these resources in one place. And I'm very excited about this, more importantly, because I know the power of a community of practice that works across the value chain, from the employers to the entrepreneurs to different people. So this community has a huge potential. Because I'll tell you something, there's power in numbers. For instance, this community gets a project to service one organization that serves 500 million people. Do you know how grand that is? When you look at organizations like IHS Towers has four major customers: Airtel, Nine Mobile, MTN, and Glo. But they've been recognized as one of the most profitable companies in Africa. Why? Because they are providing transformation and innovation where it matters. And that's something that we need to pay attention to. Money flows where value is produced, where value is created, where value is. You have to be a valuable person and show the value you can create. I was speaking at a session yesterday and with manufacturers, fabricators, agribusinesses. And a lot of them, there was a session going on after I had finished my session on digital technology. And I saw the average age of these learners was, I'd say 45. But they were so keen. They were talking that they need to advertise, they need digital marketing, because a lot of people have moved online. So you're in a vantage position to create products, services, offerings for nano, micro, small, medium enterprises that will create value for them. And when you begin to look at things, it's always very important. I always say something, that a job is not your role. So when you're coming into this community is a stepping stone. What you make out of it is up to you, community members. That is what I'll tell you for free. Because you can just be part of the community and say, okay, fine, I'm just a part of the community. You know the way WhatsApp group operates these days. You can be part of a WhatsApp group, and whether you contribute or you can just even mute it. So when you come in, let's look at it like a WhatsApp group. Are you an active contributor? Are you contributing value? Are you making your presence felt? Are you a silent partner? Are you a silent member? Are you not contributing anything? Because I say this, yes, because this is the point where greatness and great things are born. Do not take this opportunity for granted, because the Eggling community, what I see the Eggling community becoming is a community that would serve industry across sectors, across the nation, across the continent, and on a global scale. And for you to be a part of this, you should begin to see that vision, because it's when you can see that vision and have that understanding in mind, you would know that you would make the effort required to make that vision a reality. Dreams are good, but dreams that are not, when you don't wake up from that dream to execute, it now becomes a nightmare because it continues to disturb you. But when you wake up from that dream and go to work and put in the required effort, go to action, that dream will birth further dreams and will become reality that is matched to that dream. So it's very important that we see the digital platform as one that we can use to create impact at scale. From healthcare, software as a service, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, machine learning, there's so much, digital marketing, social media, digital communications. And guess what? You don't have to leave the comfort of wherever you are to make this impact. Now we begin to see that there are nano enterprises being observed. One man making excess of 20 million and all. That is a business enterprise on its own. And that is something that digital technology, digital transformation has continued to support. This is very critical because I will tell you, innovate or die. It's simple. Before Netflix, there was Blockbuster. Blockbuster was huge in America. People were going to, like our normal video rental services, collect film, watch, collect film, watch. However, some people went to meet them and say, you know what? You're operating in America. How do you want to operate across the world? We can create this platform where people can come online, watch movies at a fee, subscription based, fee for a service. They said no. They did not innovate, they died out. All of us remember the floppy disk, USB drives. Now you're saving things in the cloud. It is very important for us to note this because right now, you are on the front line, on the cutting edge of what the future of work is and will continue to look like. Collaboration will continue to be very, very critical. Beyond collaboration is understanding digital transformation and seeing digital transformation as an enabler. Not just within ICT, not just within technology, not just within telecommunications, within manufacturing. Even if you're using hardware, I'm using a laptop that is embedded with a software called Zoom, so I can join this. So when we're thinking about technology can be mainstreamed across diverse sectors, across diverse uses, and to create diverse forms of value. Which is why now Nigeria is at the forefront of receiving foreign direct investments, diverse investments for technology. We have the capacity, we have the capabilities, we have the brains, but do we have the character to follow through? This is very, very important because, like I said, nothing can stop an idea whose time has come. But I would add, nothing can stop an idea that is backed by action. Healthcare Hub could have had this idea and say, you know what, please, it will be too stressful. But they are starting where they are. And there's nothing more powerful than that. And that will take this community on a journey. So first within, we've started. You transform yourself, you transform your mind. Then with that, you can continue to make impact. Then you can scale impact. Because why this community is good? Because it's going to be a quality controlled, mentored community. And that will create high quality products and services. That when standardized, you can commercialize and you can scale. So you need to really, be excited because I'm very excited about this. Because I know that from communities, birth empires, birth enterprises, So my charge to all of us today is that we should take this with all seriousness. Know that we are very fortunate, privileged to be a part of this community. Learn as much as we can, and in learning, share. Share, because the most powerful way to propagate and to scale learning is by sharing. So I want to encourage us to take this and be transformed, utilize technology to transform ourselves, create value, and transform businesses. Because I'll tell you something, an economy would only thrive when you produce or you serve. That's the truth. If there's no product or service, an economy cannot thrive. Which is why when you see economies like China doing very well, they are manufacturing, they're producing. They say, China can do this, they can do this, they can do this. So let the Eggling community be that community that, healthcare, they can provide you with this. E-commerce, they can provide you with the software. This, they can provide you with the digital communication, digital marketing. Let your community be that community. And, I know it is possible, but we need to, first of all, have our minds in the right place, see this opportunity as one that we can use to create a great community that will impact generations, nations, and that posterity will thank you for. Because not that you will not take advantage of this opportunity. Next thing, this sort of community, healthcare continues to propagate, it continues to grow. Next thing now becomes mainstream. Everybody wants to say, that becomes standard, best practice to create communities like this. So let's make the best of these opportunities being on the forefront, on the cutting edge of this development, and make the best use of it. That's my charge. But as I close, there's a quote that I saw and I thoroughly love, and I would leave us with that. and it speaks to communities. So the quote is by Margaret Mead, and it says, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has." So let us take this in and know that as thoughtful, committed citizens, developers, digital marketers, community, individuals, we have the capacity, the capability, the potential to change our world, right? So let's go forth, use technology for good, create impact at scale, and let our world be a better place because of us. Thank you very much. I wish us all the best on this journey, and I would be rooting for you, and I will be a part of it. I'll be following up on all the amazing things you people will do. Dami and the team, thank you for this opportunity. I do not take it for granted. I really appreciate. God bless. Take care.
Thank you so much, Mr. Stephen. It was really if you are online and you have your note, also drop your opinion, or just drop like you had your note during the section. So also we'll be moving on to unraveling the Eggling community. We've read about how much resourcing and how much of people that we will get from the community, but we need to know the whole community. So let's welcome to the topic now. Hello everyone. My name is Dante. So yes, nice to have you all here, and finally we're launching the Eggling. So yes, it's something that's been in the work for quite a while now, and it's pretty much amazing that we're finally doing this. And I'm so glad that we're doing it, and officially we're starting very soon. So I'll be presenting my slides. Basically, I think we've done this before. I've brought you an info on how the whole project is going on, what you guys need to know. But we'll just be going through it for those that need this, so that they can get to know, have all details about.
Nicholas.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. You want to go through your slides? Can you share the screen?
Yes, we're working on that. Okay, fantastic. So, slides up. I hope you guys can see the slides. Okay, so yes, I think that so we're talking about how changes so that they can make meaningful contributions.
Nicholas, you are not.
Project. So now, Abdul, are you saying something?
Hello, Nicholas. You are not audible and it's breaking.
Okay, so. Oh, okay.
So I think you can do
Can
this
you hear
process.
me now? Am I?
What you can do, you can join with one of the phones and just keep it close to you. It can serve as a microphone.
Abdul, can you hear me now? Say you guys can hear me.
Yes, do is breaking. So what I would suggest, if you put one of your phones there to make it as a back. Yes. Maybe one of the participants there can give this phone. You can just join us.
Apologies, next. I think also the this is oh, okay, man. Okay. Also, the next of the
This one.
take a 5-minute break. That's what's Yeah, thank you.
Hello, I'm very glad.
Yeah, hello?
Okay, hi everyone. I hope you guys can hear me now. Okay, I'm not hearing anything, but I think I'll just proceed. Okay, so from where I stopped, I talked about why we're passionate about this project at ATEC, because we're passionate about helping talents get job opportunities that would help them make meaningful contributions to their communities. So yes, that is one of the reasons why we are passionate about all what we're doing at Eggling community. So moving on, Baba Tunde, please, you might want to help me with slides. You can move on to the next one. So yes, speaking about the problem, how the problem we're trying to solve at IDGEA is the fact that we've noticed that employers, they have a hard time recruiting skilled talent, tech talent, because most of its experienced talent are leaving the country due to the Japa syndrome and all of that. I'm sure you all know, and it's creating a talent gap in the economy. So, and on the other hand, entry-level talents are also finding it hard for employers to actually take that risk in hiring them because they've not gone through the experience. Because basically all they've done is probably gone through a training, or they actually did some courses online, but they've not actually had practical experience to put all what they've learned into practical working and all of that. So that is the problem we've actually seen from the employer's perspective and from the talent's perspective. So Eggling solution is what we're trying to build. It is the solution whereby we're helping entry-level tech talents to gain practical experience whereby they can get job opportunities that would help them get their dream jobs. So yes, Baba today, please, you can help move the slides as I'm speaking. You're not moving the slides so that people can also see what I'm saying. So yes, so Eggling solution is whereby we're helping tech talent, entry tech level tech talent gain practical experience so that they can get job opportunities. So what are the benefits for the interns? The benefit is the fact that they get access to a community. They get to work with people like minds like them, that they know what they're going through, the struggle they're going through. They get to just have that connection with one another. And it's something amazing when you're in a group of people and they understand what you're going through, and you guys can literally just work together as a team and all of that. So I think it helps. It builds the morale for you that, you know, okay, yes, there are people I can reach out back to when there's a problem to help me. And also, it also helps build the talents, CVs and portfolios. When we know that, yes, you have like a series of jobs you've done or work or projects you've worked on, then employers are then, they're then confident to hire you because they know you've done it before. They've seen what you've done. So then it would help you in gaining job opportunities as well. And also, you also get to earn data allowances and also commission on referrals and also bonuses on projects delivered. So benefits to the employers are the fact that it helps reduce their recruitment costs and their recruitment time. It also helps increase their retention rates and helps increase their level of productivity, and also helps increase their revenue, the bottom line to their company. So yes, we had people that actually did apply from all over Nigeria, people from Benue, Borno, and all over Nigeria. And it's amazing that we had that level of application. We had over 1,000 people that actually applied to the program. Yeah, so our milestones for this project is the project will run for a period of 6 months from January to June, and we'll be taking it in 2 cohorts. That's January cohort and June cohorts. So if you're admitted into the January cohort, you'll be graduating in June. And if you're admitted into the June cohort, you'll be graduating in December. So yeah, and all what you're doing is virtually online. You're not coming to any physical location. It's a virtual internship. So yes, and we're having the project launch in January, like we're doing now, which is today. And also the graduation is in June, like I mentioned earlier, and all of that. So yes, moving on is the number of applications we had all over Nigeria. We had people from outside of Nigeria actually that applied. We had people from Tanzania, we had people from Rwanda. And so it's just amazing that all of these people actually showed interest into this program and they're willing to take this opportunity as something meaningful for them. So what do we plan to achieve by the end of this first year for Project Eggling? Our project goal is the fact that we would like to admit a total of 500 participants into the program. And then we would like to also place 70% of these people into jobs. That's for both the developer community and the online community. And also would like to have worked on 50 of the live demo or live project. That's for the developer community. And 150 of the accounts, that's for the online marketing community. Would have loved that. Most of all what the online marketing interns would have worked on is a total of 150 accounts. They would have supported all of these accounts in probably social media marketing and content creation and all of that. So also on the employer side and the interns side, we also plan that we would get like nothing less than a 4.5 star rating to them, whereby they both know that this project is something essential to them and they're looking forward to actually working with us again or referring other people to be a part of this program and all of that. So yes, also for the pilot communities for this project, we have the developer community and the online marketing community. So for the developer community, we have the front-end developer, back-end developer, full stack, UI UX designers and all of that. And the online marketing community, we have the digital marketers, AD specialists, and content creators, and all of that. So that would actually bring me to the end of my presentation. And I would, okay, yes, the processes for the whole program is the fact that you apply first into the internship program, you take the assessment into the program, you get admission into the program, and then you get onboarded into the program. And the onboarding is on 2 phases. We have the HR onboarding and we have the community onboarding, whereby the community lead actually have to onboard you into your community on all of how the whole program is going to work. Then you get placed into the sleeper cell. The sleeper cell is where everyone is getting into initially. There's no one that is being activated as first. And sleeper cell is where you are being engaged by the mentors on a probably once in a week, that engaging you on what you need to know, on probably tools you need to learn, or probably updating the industry basically. And then you get activated based on live projects. If we have a live project and based on your performance in the sleeper cell, then we activate you onto that live project and we onboard you onto that live project on, okay, just onboarding, let you get all of the full details that you need to know on that project, and then you execute. the project and we review the project based on the expectation and what you've done. And then you go back into the supercell and the circle goes on like that. So yes, I think that would bring me to the end of this presentation. And please, if you have any question, kindly drop them on the chat section so that we can address all of that. So yes, I've actually talked about the goals already. So please drop your questions on the chat section so that we can address all of your questions that you have. And please note that after this session, this does not mean you're in the program.
Now they said that flat
Sorry,
on 5,000.
Someone is
How
on mute.
many gig came with you?
Can you please unmute yourself?
When you bought
Okay,
it,
please
how
can
many
you
gig came with it?
Okay, thank you.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes, please, we need you to drop your questions in the chat section. No one is allowed to speak. Just drop your questions in the chat section. Thank you very much. So if you do fail the assessment, you won't be let into the program because definitely we have a cutoff mark for all of the community that we have. So yes, if you're here right now, you've been shortlisted, or we're still doing another form of shortlisting. And right now, the phase we're in is just the selection phase. You're not in the program yet. So by the end of tomorrow, you'll be getting an email from us that you've been admitted. That's for those people that did scale through into the program. So someone is asking, am I the only one from Namibia? I do not have that information, but even if you're the only one, that doesn't mean anything. And the program is going to run concurrently for everyone, even though you're in Namibia or you're in Nigeria and all of that. So please don't be afraid about if you're the only one or not. So far as you're being in the community, you're in a community of people, if it's the developer community or online marketing community. So no, and it's virtual. What are the requirements for gaining admission into the internship? We don't have any specific requirements, but the first one is the fact that you must have gone through a level of training before. You must have had like some, not experience, but a knowledge, theoretical knowledge in either of the communities that you want to be in. So that alone would actually allow you to get into the program. Then we actually administer a test to you, which you will have to take. Then we know that, okay, yes, you have a bit of the knowledge in whatever community you fall in. So that's basically the requirements. Okay, please, you can drop more questions. Please, can I invite some developers to join the program? They will have to go through the application process all over again, and that will be in the June intake. Okay, please, how many assignments and projects do we need to complete before the June when the internship ends? I can't say for now, that depends on your community leads. I can't give you an accurate number of the assignments or projects you'll be working on for now, but please look forward to a whole lot. I took a test a couple of weeks. Is that all? Yes, that is the only test you'll be taking for now, and I hope you've actually filled the second level data collection form. Please, you have to fill that before you get into the program. It's just one test you're taking. You're not taking two tests, just one test, and you fill the second level data collection form. Thank you for the opportunity. Please, is the internship on a paid? No, it is not a paid internship, but you get to earn data allowances when you are on live projects, when you've been activated on live projects. So yes, you earn data allowances. And if you do refer businesses to us, because we actually have, what we do, we also have the talent acquisition service at 8Care, where we help place interns or talent to jobs. So if we have a referral on the job and we see that you've been active and you have a good performance record, then we can tell you to actually apply for the role. And please note that the fact that we're actually referring you to that job doesn't mean that, oh yes, you're getting the job automatically. Actually, the employer themselves would go through their own selection process and making sure that you're actually a good fit for the role as well. So that is it. Okay, so the internship will be starting officially February. So you guys should be on the lookout in your email. You get an email from us if you do get admitted into the program. Yes, the test I'm talking about is the one that you did, like that should be in December. So yes. Okay, someone said, please, I'm interested in 2 courses, UI, UX, and data marketing. No, that won't be possible. You have to pick one. You either pick UI, UX, or data marketing. You can't do the 2 because data marketing is under the online marketing and the UI, UX is under the product development. So you actually have to pick one of that you really, but I'd advise you pick the one that you have more knowledge in. Okay. Okay, someone asked a question from YouTube. Hello, good morning. Are the different communities going to work on a particular project together? I can't say, but it's possible that they would have get to a point whereby they might have a project they will work on together. But yes, it's possible. Okay, so the admission email will go out latest on Friday. You should receive it on Friday. Yes, not all of you here are being accepted into the program. Yes. So here, what we're just doing is letting everyone know what the whole program is about, and it's just a launch so that you are all clear on what to expect when you are in the program. Not that you get in and there's an issue, you're not properly informed and all of that. So yes, that's it basically. For data scientists, there are no opportunities for data scientists at the moment, but please, you can check in the next intake or the cohorts, then probably we might have a community for you at that point in time. Okay, someone is asking, can one change to another program to the one you have not? Yes, please, you can send an email to Eggling at 8Get Partners if you know you want to change your community due to the fact that you have more knowledge in it. Please send an email to Eggling community. Eggling at 8getpartners.com. How many hours per day will we be required to put in? Okay, so when you're being in okay, sorry, I went off. Okay, so for their question, how many hours are you expected to put in a day? That depends on what the engagement is like for each of the projects. So depending on the project, I can't say for now. So if you're put on a live project, then it basically depends on how much work you need to do. But while you're in the sleepers cell, the community lead will converse with you guys on how they would be engaging you, so that you get an email regarding that. So if you'd like to change to another community, you can send an email to Eggling at 8getpartners.com. Okay, so for the communities, we have the developer community and we have the online marketing community. And for the developer community, we have front end, back end development, full stack, and UI UX. And while for the online community, we have the ad specialists, content creators, content writers, social media marketers, and all of that. So those are the programs that we have on the community. I think that answers your question. So for that, I think I've answered this question before. Your admission letter, you'd receive it latest by Friday. So we'll be ending this session soon in another 1 minute. If you have more questions, please just send them in now. By 12:04, we'll be ending this session. So someone is asking, please, the switching to a different program should be if you are granted admission. Yes, but I advise you do that as soon as possible if you want that, if you want to switch before we do the whole selection, because that is even in the works. We started working on the selection already. So please, if you know you'd like to be in the program, send that email right now. So yes, I think that will bring us to the end of this session, and I hope I've been able to answer most of your questions that you might have. So please just send an email to eggling@8gearpartners.com if you have any inquiry or any question, we'll respond to you. So thank you. Over to Awe. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. And I believe everybody's question will answer. So usually we'll be having like an community session with Africa. I believe they are all yes, we have an advocacy session. So Africa.
All right, on behalf of our friends at AfriLabs, they are also, AfriLabs is a community of a good number of hubs across Africa. And then we had some of our friends from there on the call earlier on. On behalf of the AfriLab community, I'm sharing a link to their AfroNext platform, where it's an opportunity to network. So if you check the chat right now, you will find the link. If you can explore it and check it if it's something that interests you as well. And then that will be all. So over to you, over to you, Lagos Flow. Let's close the meeting. And a very big thank you to everyone on this call. We've seen a number of people come in and go out. And we will share the replay on YouTube so that we can share with those who were not able to make today. Thank you very much. Please, Abuja, still stay online after everybody leaves. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so this is the beginning and this is like the closing of the event. So we'll have a closing remark for review.
Hello, everyone. I hope you can all hear me clearly. So I would like to just appreciate everyone for joining in. And I hope you all understood what was said and you understand now how the Eggling community is going to run and alongside the benefits that once you join this community. So I just want to encourage you guys to put your best foot in this and gather as much experience as you can, because you would have access to your community leads, mentors who you can ask questions. And you know that for all these companies that would like to also accept you into their pool, that will accept you to their pool. They don't want newbies that will just, okay, just want to learn on the job and all of that. They want people that actually have experience and someone that can get the job done really fast. So as long as, yes, you have 6 months, but make the best use of each day that you have. Yes, some of you might be lucky and you get full-time jobs in your first month or second month into the program. Good for you, but you have to be prepared if you want that to happen. So you know, technology is evolving. So as long as that is evolving, you also have to move with it so that whatever skill set you have will not just like die with you and all of that. So thank you so much once again, and I wish you all the best.
Mm.